welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay. Well, let's learn English together. And welcome to you all. Did you all have a good weekend? Did you all enjoy yourselves? Did everyone have fun? Yes? Good. Weekends are meant to be fun. So, if you had fun, you're doing the right thing. If you didn't have fun, well, try harder next time. Now, we're back here in the studio and we're all ready at this end to get started on week 52, the second week in our Mega Revision Part 2!
Mega Revision Part 2!
Okay, now that that's out of the way, we can get started on our revision. Are you all ready for a blast from our common past from week 33? Now, who remembers what happened the last time we met? Yes, that's right. We ran out of time, didn't we? We ran out of time and we didn't manage to finish the last sentence, did we? Do you remember the sentences we were looking at? Well, just to remind you all, here are the sentences we looked at once again. Sentence A. My niece, Halls, will go or is going to a Justin Bieber concert in November. Her mum and dad bought the tickets months ago. Sentence B. What will you do or what are you doing on Saturday morning? Nothing. I'm free on Saturday morning. Sentence C. Why are you putting on your hat and coat? I'll go or I'm going out. Sentence D. They'll go or they're going away tomorrow evening. Their train leaves at 7:30. Do you remember the sentences now? Good. Now, who remembers the correct answers and, more importantly, who remembers the logic behind the correct answers? Okay, let's have a quick run through of the answers and the logic again. So, the first sentence is the sentence about my niece, Halls. And this sentence is a good example of why we need to look at the whole sentence in English, not just the first part of the sentence. In this sentence, the end of the sentence shows us what we have to use, will or going to. At the end of the sentence, we can see that Hall's mum and dad bought the tickets months ago. Okay, so logically, what does this tell us? Correct, Postman Pat and his little black cat. This means that we have to use going to. And why? Well, because the fact that they bought the tickets months ago means that the whole thing was planned. It was arranged. They thought about it in advance. It was premeditated, not spontaneous. They didn't just decide to buy the tickets. They thought about what Halls wanted. They planned to buy the tickets and they bought the tickets. So we can't use will here because in this sentence we're not talking about a spontaneous decision, something that we decided at the time of speaking. No, in this sentence we're talking about something which was planned. And when there is a plan for the future, then we use going to. Okay, on we go. On to the next sentence. Now, what do you remember about the second sentence? Sentence B. Well, in sentence B, we need to use are you doing? Does anyone remember why? Yes, that's correct. We use the present continuous in this sentence because the person who is asking the question is asking about a future plan. They're asking whether we have planned anything for Saturday. So, they're talking about something we planned for the future. So it's either going to or the present continuous. And in this sentence, they're using the present continuous. Great! On to number C. Okay, I know it should be letter C, but number C is okay with me. Okay, now, this one is the same as B, isn't it? The person who is speaking is asking the question in the present continuous because it's happening now. They can see that you're putting your hat and coat on now, when they're speaking. Okay, so that means that the question has to be asked in the present continuous. Fine, but the answer is the important part for us. The answer is in the present continuous, but the meaning is future. The fact that I'm putting on my hat and coat shows that I planned to go out. So in this sentence, we don't use will. It's not a spontaneous decision. We use the present continuous. It's something I planned to do, something I thought of before. It's premeditated. Okay, OJ, and now, here we are. We've arrived at the last one. At the one we didn't have time for last lesson. Are you ready? Okay, now, the sentence was this. Sentence D. They'll go, or they're going away tomorrow evening. Their train leaves at 7:30. And so, what do you think the correct answer is? Well, once again, just like in the first sentence, we have to look at the end of the sentence to find the information that's going to help us. They're traveling by train, and we can see when the train leaves. What does this mean? Well, it means that there is a plan. This isn't a spontaneous decision made at the time of speaking. No, this is a plan. This is something premeditated. This is something that they thought about and something that they arranged. Now, we don't know if they've got the train tickets or not, but that's not important here. Obviously, if they had the train tickets, then that would also tell us that it was planned. If you buy a ticket in advance, then you're definitely planning ahead. But even if they didn't buy their tickets in advance, they still planned to travel by train. They thought about which train to catch, the 6:25, the 6:45, the 7:10, or the 7:30. Aha! Then they made a decision. They decided to catch the train that leaves at 7:30, the 7:30 train. So, it's a plan. And when it's a plan, what do we use? That's right. We use the present continuous or going to. And in this sentence, which one is possible? Yes, that's right. In this sentence, we can choose between will, they'll go, love the short versions, and the present continuous, they're going, using the subject, they, adding the correct form of the verb to be, are, abbreviating it to make the short version, there, and then adding a verb in the ing form. And so, of course, the correct answer is yes, it's the present continuous, isn't it? Yes. So the correct sentence is, They're going away tomorrow evening. Their train leaves at 7:30. Great! Well done! Ding dong! Don King! King Kong! Bing bong! Okay, now there's also a reason that I picked this sentence to be the last sentence. There's something else that I want us to have a look at. Now, have a look at the second part of the sentence, the part where we find out about the train. Now, what do you notice about that part of the sentence? Can you see anything different about the tense that we use? No? Have another look. Look at the sentence and think, really think about what differences you can see. They're going away tomorrow evening. Their train leaves at 7:30. Look at the first part of the sentence and look at the second part of the sentence. What can you see? That's right. The first part of the sentence is in the present continuous, and we're using the present continuous to talk about the future, about tomorrow evening. Good, fine, magnificent, marvelous, smashing, awesome, magic, bitching, cool, bad, wicked, mega, wonderful, and Wonder Woman. Okay, now look at the second part of the sentence. Look at what tense we use when we're talking about the train. Can you spot the difference? That's right. It's one sentence made up of two parts. Fine. But in the whole sentence, we're talking about one single action. And when we're talking about one single action, we're using two tenses to talk about one single action? Boom shanker, man. Far out, freaky. Now, I think I know what you're all thinking. You're thinking, Gav, what is going on? Well, it's simple, really. We don't use the present simple to talk about people's plans and arrangements. I'm staying in tonight. I stay in tonight. Are you going out on Saturday evening? Do you go out on Saturday evening? Gordon isn't coming to work next week. Gordon doesn't come to work next week. So, we don't use the present simple to talk about people's plans and arrangements in the future. But when we're talking about timetables and schedules and programs for transport and other things, like concerts, then we don't use the present continuous, we use the present simple. The bus arrives at 6:45. The bus is arriving at 6:45. The concert starts at 8 o'clock. The concert is starting at 8 o'clock. What time does your train leave? What time is your train leaving? So, now we can understand why the sentence used two tenses to talk about one event, about one train. When we're talking about people's plans for the future, we use the present continuous. But when we're talking about timetables and programs and schedules, then we use the present simple. Simple. I'm going to a concert tomorrow. The concert starts at 8 p.m. What time are you leaving? Well, my train leaves at 7:30. Excellent, well done. And that's us done for the day. So it's time for you all to relax and have some fun and get ready for tomorrow's lesson. But don't forget, www.m5tv.hu and coffee, lots of coffee. See you later, bye.